Hello, everyone, and welcome to our score machine training. This is pretty much going to show you how to utilize the score machine. And then if we have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions in regards to utilizing the software, okay? Perfect, perfect. If you do have a question, I would encourage you to raise your hand. That way we can go ahead and instruct you to go ahead and unmute. Now, for those of us that are not aware, but the score machine was created to help us with seeing if our profile is fundable. So basically what you do is have your report imported into the software utilizing one of the three platforms, MyFreeScore Now, Identity IQ, and MyScore IQ. Once your report is imported into the software will then review it to determine based off of the data points that are inside the software, if your credit report is ready to be connected to any of the institutions in the software. All right. It's as simple as that. We've also implemented a free credit repair software to help individuals who, in fact, have some challenging reports get those reports to where they need to be to get approved for funding. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with the score machine. As you can see, we have already logged in. This is our dashboard. Here on the dashboard, you have the amount of clients you have in the software, clients that are not fundable, clients that are in the process of getting funded, clients that have already been connected to any of the institutions in the software, any new clients for the month, and active clients, all right? These are the total amount of banks that we have in the software. So banks, credit unions, lenders, over 4,000 banks, credit unions, and lenders in the software. And along with those institutions comes their products, which we have 14,079 products, okay? Those products includes credit cards, personal loans, business loans. Those are considered those products, all right? Now, if we scroll on down here, you see this accountability or fundability overview. This is pretty much telling you the percentage of reports that are in your software that are fundable. We have a client login link here where your clients can actually log into the software, but they do not see exactly what you see in regards to your dashboard. They only see things in regards to their credit report specifically. So if you do want to give your client access to be able to review the report and see what you see specifically for their report, you can go ahead and provide them this link. Then we have an onboarding link. So if you do not want to manually input your clients into the software, you can send them this link. And as long as they have, not as long as they're registered with these credit monitoring platforms, MyFreeScore Now, Identity IQ, and MyScore IQ, you'll be able to, they'll be able to import themselves into your software. Now, if you want to manually import those clients into the software, what you would do is go ahead and click right here where it says Add to CRM. Remember, one of the three platforms here. If you are utilizing one of these two, you must have the last four of the social of the client. But what you will need is the email, password, last four, confirm that you want that report to be imported into the software, and then you'll go ahead and add client. The software will then take over, read that report, and based off of the data points in our software, that will determine if that report is fundable or not. We also have a referral link. You have the ability to receive monthly commissions based off of the amount of individuals that have signed or subscribed under your referral link. So what you'll do is simply copy this link, send it out to individuals, and then they'll be able to go ahead and review the software, subscribe under your link, and every subscription you'll get 10%. Now, those numbers do go up, okay? So if you continue to send out your link and your subscribers increase, your percentage increases as well. So get those referral links out, especially if you like to make money, passive income. That way, you know, you can help possibly pay for your sport machine subscription. All right. Let's scroll on up here. Get your credit report. We do encourage you to for your report to utilizing MyScore IQ. This is because MyScore IQ provides you with a FICO score, which is the score that the lenders review to determine if your profile is fundable or not. Okay, so why not have the correct credit report into the software by utilizing the MyScore IQ, which provides us that FICO score. Okay, so you simply click on the Register Now tab, and that'll take you directly to that option there. Okay. Then you have your quick actions here, get your credit report, settings, we have our affiliate dashboard, and this is where you'll be able to review to determine how many subscribers you have, in fact, they have registered or subscribed under your link. Your revenue will be located here. Also, too, you have two links. You have a link for the products, so these are for individuals that are signing up with the software or that are interested in getting subscribed, or if you're in communities, okay? Facebook community, Telegram groups, things of that nature, this link will be sent out or should be copied and sent out to those communities, okay? All right, let's go back here. All right, let's go ahead and scroll on up. We have our calendar here. Here on the calendar, you have the dates located here and the training. So we host trainings 4 times a week, okay? Now, these trainings are hosted 4 times a week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are in fact already subscribed, you can go ahead and click on the specific day and join those Zoom calls in the event that that have questions that you have to ask in regards to the software and things of that nature. You can go ahead and join the Zoom. You want to continue to become thorough in how to utilize the software, you'll join the Zoom. So those are located on the calendar. And say, for example, if you have a reminder or notes that you're going to add to your calendar, you can do that as well here. Simply type in your, information, save that note, and then you'll have a red reminder on that calendar there, as you can see here. Okay, so this is your calendar here. Any recent activity that you done within the score machine is going to be located here. This month's performance is located here. Your client pipeline, and it's broken down to clients that have been funded already, clients that are ready to be matched, clients that are not fundable, new clients for the month, and any clients that you've made inactive. Also, as you can see, the work area is basically where we go to complete the task of utilizing the software. Okay, so you can go directly here. Also, too, you can review the client's profile. You can disable their client login, or you can delete the client in its entirety. Okay, so all of that is located down here. Now, if we go ahead and click right here with CRM, we can get a little bit more thorough when it comes to the specific client. So we click on the client's name there. You'll see their scores here, their name, information located here. If there was any score improvement, that'll be located here. If you were doing credit repair, what round you're in for that specific client. If there was any missing documents, if they're ready, not ready, and their overall progress, okay? Also, too, if you need to edit anything for this specific client, you can do that here. Fetching the report, you can do that here, okay? We scroll on down here. You also see anything in regards to tracking, any credit updates that you had to do, or fetching the reports. All of that is going to be located here on the home page of the specific client. Now, if you have any documents that you want to upload, you can do that here. So it's broken down to personal information, also to their social security. Okay, address is located here. Their credit monitoring is located here, and then their identification documents. So say, for example, if you do need to utilize the free credit repair software, you can upload those documents here. Okay, and these are the required documents in order for your disputes to be processed through the bureaus. You have to have the identification documents. Okay, so you can literally upload them here. All right, so that is specifically for the profile information. Credit reports, you have a history of when you put those reports. Your score history is located here. If you needed to upload any power of attorney, you can upload those here. Generated letter. So if you in fact have utilized the credit monitoring software, excuse me, the credit repair software, you can go ahead and review your dispute or your letters that you've created located here. If you need to do any freezes, you can go ahead and click directly to these icons here. Okay. So that's pretty much located under the CRM for those specific clients. All right. Now let's go to employees. Employees, if you do in fact have any VAs or partners or assistants, anybody that you want to give access to your software, you can do that. Now remember, based off of your subscription will determine the amount of users, which are also considered employees. So in order for you to add any additional members to be able to have access to your software, simply click on add member. Type in first, last name, email. You can make them active or inactive. Create a password, and then you'll create that employee. Once you provide that employee with these login credentials, they'll have access to utilize your software the same way that you do. All right. Work area. This is where we do all of the work when it comes to utilizing the software. So we will come back to here because this is how we're going to go into funding and credit repair. Feature requests. Say, for example, you have a great idea that will help enhance the software and also help others that are utilizing the software. We want to hear what that idea is. And if it's something that will be beneficial, our team will go ahead and implement it. So in order for you to go ahead and execute on that, we'll go ahead and click on New Idea. Type in the title, the description of your idea, the attachments, if you do have like a picture or something that's visible that you want to upload, you can do that here. Submit it, and like I shared, our team on the back end is going to review to determine if this is something that we will like to add to help enhance the software. We also have an AI or ChatGPT specifically for any of your clients in your pipeline. So say, for example, if you have any questions pertaining to funding or credit repair for that specific report, what you'll do is select the client. All right, you'll type that, or you'll select the client here. And then you'll ask any questions pertaining to either credit repair or funding, and the chat will go ahead and provide you with instructions or ideas or, just basic information in regards to funding or credit repair. Our knowledge base is our school community. So if you're not already engaged in the school community, you can also engage here. All right. Also, too, in the classroom, we have videos of our previous trainings that we've hosted for the Score Machine and our mastermind. So you guys will be able to review those there as well. Our subscriptions. Now we have made some changes to our subscriptions. You still can either pay on a monthly basis or a yearly basis. And we have unlimited, which is $297.88 a month. Gives you access to have unlimited clients, unlimited users. Now, like I shared, those users are in reference to those employees. So if you want to give individuals access to that, that is determined based off of what subscription you have. Our accelerator is $228.88, gives you access to have 20 users, 100 clients. Our momentum, which is $148.88, 5 users, 30 clients. And our foundation, which is $28.88, 1 user, 1 client. Now, all of the subscriptions do give you access to the funding and the credit repair platforms. So, of course, go ahead and pick as you choose. And for those of us that are interested in getting signed up but not have yet done so, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link here in the chat. Go ahead and take care of that. If you do have any questions, you want to go ahead and get subscribed, you can do that here. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link here in the chat. That way you guys will have access to go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity. And like I shared, we have changed these prices. So you now have access to be able to get started based off of whatever tier is best for you. All right. So there's that link there in the chat. Go ahead and click on it so that you can get registered and subscribed, because the software is very, very beneficial for either businesses or individuals. Now we have a phenomenal support team. Let's go ahead and click on the support tab here. In the event that you are experiencing anything with the software, we encourage you to reach out to our team. They are readily available, okay, to you. Now you can reach out to them via phone or text by texting or calling this number here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. You can simply send an email. You'll get a response within 24 hours, or you can live chat with someone from our support team as well, okay? Here are hours of our support team, Monday through Friday, like I shared, 9 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, 10 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and Sundays we are closed. Settings here. With the settings, you'll be able to review or change anything pertaining to the profile. Password is our security questions, the agreements here. This is your agreement for the Score Machine itself. And then we also have a funding module override. Now, understand there is a safeguard within the software to help protect your credit report from being pulled so many times. Now, if you want to enable this option, of course, I would encourage you to read this agreement here, but that is how you will be able to turn off that safeguard in the event that you have a report, but you still want to go ahead and get it. Try to see if you can get it funded through any of the institutions in the software. You can go ahead and enable this override, and that will give you access to be able to do that. But remember, you will have to agree to the terms here and understand that you will be turning that safeguard off, which helps protect your credit report. Then we have integrations tab here. You see My Free Score Now, Identity IQ, My Score IQ is already integrated. If you have a Go High level system, you want to be able to retrieve your outbound information here, location ID, so you can go ahead and connect the two. And this is what will be synced within your Go High level system. If you have a credit repair software outside of what we have in our software already, you can implement that. So some people are coming from credit repair or credit cloud or something like that. You can put that information here if you want to continue to utilize that platform. Your onboarding link, you can make it personable to you. Okay, so you can change your slug. So instead of it saying sandbox, you can make it more personable to you. Of a nickname or your business name can be added here. Also, too, with that onboarding link, you can go ahead and personalize that as well. Add your logo and your colors that match your logo. And when your clients or individuals do click on your onboarding link, they will see your personal information, or not your personal information, but your business information or your logo, what have you. Okay. So that's located under integrations. Then we have merchant integrations, which is through our 5-star processing, which will allow you to be able to create invoices and collect in the software. So say, for instance, you are utilizing this as a business to help individuals get funded. You can go ahead and create those invoices here to assist you with collecting those payments. Then you have appearance and preference. You can change it from light to dark. Compact mode, so you can reduce your spacing here, and also the animation. So you see this in the background, you can turn it on or off. All right. Now that we have gotten through those tabs here, let's go ahead and click right here where it says work area. And like I shared, this is how we'll be able to determine if a profile is fundable based off of that report. So let's go ahead and click on the client's name. And you've been brought to your work area. Now here in the work area, you have different tabs up here. Okay, so we have our analysis, progress report, underwriting, credit war map, automated credit analysis, credit repair, debt consolidation, funding audit, and funding. All right. Now, also too pertaining to the credit report, we have an overview of the report, personal information, inquiries, public records, and accounts. Your credit report, credit scores are located here. The accounts, if you have any collections, inquiries. Your utilization is located here, and any like payments or anything. Okay. So that's here on this home screen here. Now, like I shared, we can go ahead and click on these different icons. So let's go ahead and click on the analysis tab. And with the analysis tab, it provides you an understanding of credit. Okay, so what is credit bureaus? Why is credit important to you? What is on my credit report? Different information is going to be located here specifically for credit in general. Okay. Then we click on progress report. This is going to provide us with a report specifically for your credit. Okay, so you have your scores here, previous reports that were pulled, new report, any negative items on the report, items that have been removed, and new items that have been added. Also here, credit score analysis is based off of your actual score. So your score is based off of 5 different categories and percentages. That's going to be broken down here specifically for your report. Okay. Types of negative accounts that are located here. Okay. So you have any inquiries, late payments, collections, charge-offs, public records. That'll be located here. A full breakdown of those negative items. So what type of item it is, when that account was open, the creditors attached to the bureau, if it's new, been on the report, or been removed, it's going to be determined here. Then you have your credit history, your oldest accounts, recent inquiries, good and bad accounts are located here. Okay, so that's located under your progress report. Now, underwriting, this is where that report is going to determine if it is in fact fundable. Okay, so this is the meat, this is where we get into the meat and potatoes. We go ahead and scroll on down here. Again, we have our scores. Do you qualify? These are the data points that we've received from our banking relationship managers that we have a relationship with. Okay, so as you can see, the key here: green means good to go, yellow means proceed with caution, and red means not eligible. So let's read these data points here. Your score is a 700 to 730 plus, under 30% utilization on open revolving accounts, minimum 5 primary credit cards with 2 years of good payment history, 2 primary credit cards with at least 2 years of age, and 5,000 plus limits, no more than 4 unsecured accounts open in the last 12 months, under 4 inquiries. Now, this is yellow because our TransUnion credit report has already has 4 inquiries. Okay, so because it is yellow, we still have green checks for Experian and Equifax, but TransUnion, the software, is not going to provide us with any options that pull from that TransUnion credit report, and that's when that safeguard comes into play. Next, we have collections, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies. This report is good to go. Even though we have this yellow here, we still have green checks in these 2 spots. So our next steps would be go to funding. All right. Also, too, we have debt utilization overall, 3 bureaus. Now, it is important that each of your accounts, revolving accounts, is under 30%, but this provides us with an overall percentage of our utilization. If there were any negative accounts that were impacting the qualifications, they will be located here. Inquiries that are lowering your chances of approvals. Now, remember, TransUnion already had those 4 inquiries. Here they are. Experian and Equifax were still good to go. So as we can see, Experian already has 3 inquiries, which leaves us with 1. Equifax has 2 inquiries, leaves us with 2 more inquiries that we can utilize. A total of 3 inquiries that we can utilize to get our client funded. Accounts, okay, so we have the type of account, creditor, when the account, if it's open or closed, the designator is an authorized user, joint count, individual. When it was open, the age on that account, the limit, balances if there were any, and so on. Okay, so all of that is located here. We also have this great tool, which I love. So if we have high utilization on our credit cards, we can utilize this as a plan to help us bring that down. So if we click on a specific account here and watch this, look, we can bring down the utilization to say, like, let's do 15%. Okay, it's going to provide us with a payment target plan. So a daily rate, a weekly rate, monthly, and overall total year. Okay, so this is something or a great tool that you can utilize also too with your consultations for clients if you are utilizing this for your business. If your clients are having utilization issues, you can pretty much show them, hey, if you bring it down to 30%, this is what it will look like daily, weekly, monthly, and annually. Okay. Great tool to utilize. So that is located under the underwriting tab, okay? Let's go to our next tab, which is the credit war map. Let's go ahead and click there. The credit war map has a chat GPT for inquiries. So say, for example, you don't want to call the bureaus, you just want to, have letters created. You can utilize this chat to be able to have those documents created for you. And you can utilize our printing and mailing service, which is also implemented into our software, okay? So again, you'll just pretty much follow the instructions that are here. I don't want to click on it because I notice when I do click on it, it logs me out of the page. So it provides you all the step-by-step instructions of what you need to do to utilize this portion of the platform. Go ahead and scroll on up. If you do happen to have any challenges or any negativities on your credit report, you can go ahead and utilize the M2 software if you would like. But like I shared, we also have a free credit repair software in here to also help attack those items. Our utilization optimization is similar to the pay down plan, but it does not break it down to weekly, daily. It just gives you an overall amount based off of the percentage that you're looking to reach. Let's go ahead and scroll on down. Our step 4 here is providing us with account aging strategy. So say, for example, you did in fact upload a report. Our client said, oh, my report is ready to be funded. You reviewed it. Well, here, this will determine if, in fact, what account it does not meet that 2-year threshold or that 24-month threshold. So what you can do is go through your different accounts here, and based off of the years, or the age of the account is located here, and you can determine, hey, client, well, I see that this report, or excuse me, this account is only 11 months old. We need to wait a little bit longer, or add a aged primary trade line to help us get to that number there. Okay. But as you can see, this specific client meets those 2-year options here. All right. Scroll on down some more. Average age growth planner. Okay, so trade lines, if we needed to add any, the average age that we would need to add, and so on, will be located here. Okay, so everything is pretty much broken down specifically for your credit report. Now, unfortunately, you cannot purchase those trade lines here on our platform, but we do give you kind of like an overview of what you could possibly utilize to help get you to that age. Then we have accounts that's pulling your average down, accounts that's anchoring it, strategy notes, and again, if you do make it to that funding readiness, you can go ahead and move forward here. All right, let's go to our next tab here, which is our automated credit analysis. Go ahead and click on the icon here, agree to the terms. And for this specific one, if we want to detect if any of our accounts have any violations, this is where we'll see it here. So what we do, we already have automated credit analysis selected. What we'll do is go ahead and click on accounts. It's going to pull up those accounts there. Then next, we're going to click on credit repair, as you can see here. And what has happened is the software based off of those accounts have determined if there was any violations for any of those specific accounts here. So as you can see, bureau present, creditor name, account number, all of that is located here for those specific accounts. Now, in order for you to see those violations, what you'll do is go ahead and click on applicable law set. And the violation, if there were any, will be through the FCRA, FACTA, Metro 2, regulatory, and other. Okay, and it's any violations that was located for these specific accounts is located here. So if you're creating letters on ChatGPT, this will be a good tool to be able to utilize to help you develop those letters as well. And you would have to select credit repair for each of the accounts in order for you to be able to see what those violations are. Now, before I move forward, does anybody have any questions? Okay, not a problem. Let's go ahead and move on to our credit repair software. Let's go ahead and click on the icon here. And with our credit repair software, it only takes 6 clicks to get the job done. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll on down here. We have the ability to select everything that's negatively affecting the report, or if we only want specific things to be attacked, you can simply click on the little circle here, okay? But for training purposes, we're gonna go ahead and click select all. So this is click 1, click 2, click 3, scroll down. You determine your dispute type, so the level or the aggression of the verbiage. Also, too, the amount of pages. If you go with enhance, it's going to give you more pages, more aggressive verbiage. Basic is less pages, and just a pretty much a minimum tone in regards to the letters. Okay, so this will be click 4. Click 5 is the round. So if it's your first round, it's polite. Second round, firm. Third round, legal. Fourth round, strict. Fifth round, threatening. Sixth round is the strongest. Now, understand this. If you happen to get to the 6th round and there is no results, we do have credit attorneys that can step in to go with the litigation process, okay? And that means $1,000 for each account that's reporting incorrectly in any violation that's located there, okay? So this is our first round. That'd be click number 5. Click number 6 is generate disputes. Now understand too, if you need to upload documents and you did not do it in the CRM for that specific client, you can go ahead and click right here where it says client documents. and upload those documents here. So remember, you must have these identification documents in order to proceed with utilizing the disputes, okay? But click number 6 will be generate dispute letters. And now those disputes are being generated, and you'll be able to see what those disputes look like here at the bottom in a little bit. And please understand, if you do decide to utilize, you can go ahead and go with the printing and mailing service that we have implemented in the software, or print them and mail them out yourself. All right, so our letters are done. As we can see, generated 6 dispute letters. We scroll on down here. Here are our disputes, okay? Now, like I shared, you can print and mail out the letters yourself or send them to printing. And what will happen is our printing team will review your documents, create an invoice, and then they'll send that invoice via email or text. And then you can determine if you want to proceed with that service. Now, say for instance, that invoice is pretty high. I do encourage you guys to communicate to our printing team. They may be able to work out something where they have a cheaper route to go for you. Okay, so you can print and mail them out yourself or utilize our printing and mailing service. Okay. As you can see, this set of letters is 22 pages. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and go to our next tab here, debt consolidations. Click on there. And this is formulated to provide us with reminders to go ahead and pay down our debt. Okay, so if we want to go ahead and develop a plan here, what we'll do is click on this little icon here. You see the plan will be developed here. You can bring down your target utilization here. So however much you want your utilization to be brought down to, you'll determine that here. How many months you want to take to bring that down. So it goes all the way to 36 months. What day of the month you want to be reminded to pay that debt down. And then you'll go ahead and, in this case, we're updating the reminder, but if it's a reminder that was not created, you'll go ahead and implement that reminder. And understand, emails will be sent out to you or your client to help them remind them that, hey, it's time to go ahead and pay down your debt for this specific account. Okay, so that is our debt consolidation option located there. Funding audit. Go ahead and agree to the terms here. And this is going to provide us with a projection of how much we can get funded on the personal side and the business side. You can only see personal, you can change that there. Business, you can change that here. Or if you want to keep it at both, you can go ahead and keep that selected there. But again, this is providing us with a projection of how much we can get funded for based off of our credit. Now you do see business here. Understand, you're still going to get approved based off your personal credit, not your business credit. So again, this is our projection of how much we can get funded. And if our profile is in fact ready to go ahead and connect to these institutions, we can go ahead and click on this icon here, funding apply, agree to the terms, and that's going to bring us to our funding platform. Now, based off of the state that you're in, you can go ahead, if you're closer to a different state, you're always in a different state, you can go ahead and select that here, but it's already pre-selected based off of your information that you've imported into the software. We do have an AI process where it'll match you with institutions within 20-mile radius of your home or your address. Hybrid is a mixture of the three. Do it yourself is basically you selecting the banks in the software that you want to be connected to based off of the report. Okay. Now you have your admin information on this side. Say, for instance, if you are utilizing this to fund other reports, you can determine how much percentage you want to get back based off of how much you've gotten your client approved for. So say, for instance, you want to go 15%. If you've gotten your client approved for 30,000, your payout for getting them connected to those institutions and getting approved is $4,500, okay? So that's located here. Next, we have our funding strategy. Remember our funding types or those products. Here they are. Line of credit, SBA loan, credit card, merchant cash advance, home equity loan, auto loan, okay? Now, this is you have all of the options because both is selected. So this is the options for business and personal. Okay. If you only want to see things for business, you go ahead and click on that. That'll give you your options here. If you want to see things, or excuse me, options for personal, you'll go ahead and here, and you can click on these individually, and they'll go ahead and provide you with those banks based off of that report. Okay. Of course, both is going to give you all the options. Now, if we go ahead and scroll on down here, let's go back to keeping everything selected as all. Remember, we did have 3 inquiries that we can still utilize that were free. Okay. So as you can see, the software has already connected us with American Express for our Experian pool, and the amount possibly $37,333. Okay. You can go ahead and click on apply now. That's going to take you directly to that application. Now, we do not provide you with instructions on how to fill out that application, but we encourage you to not do any bank fraud by, falsifying any documentation. All right. Next, we have our 2 other pools from Equifax, Bank of America, which you can see our client has already applied and gotten approved for 30,000. And then we also have an option for Chase Bank. Okay, we can go ahead and apply here. Now, say for example, you want to add a different bank that's within the software. You can go ahead and do that by clicking on Add Funding Offer here, where my mouse keeps hovering over. Click on there. We can select a bank. Remember, we have over 4,000 banks in the software, so we'll select a bank, click on that arrow down there, and we can select any bank within the software. So let's go ahead and go with USAA Federal. The funding types that we have available for this specific lender or a bank is credit card or loan. And then we'll select, it'll be a personal loan. There's the application. Simply click on it, go ahead and fill it out, and that'll be able to help you with the process, okay? Now that is pretty much the funding platform there. Very simple, very easy. Like I shared, the software is going to do all of the work for you. All you have to do is click apply, make sure you fill out that application correctly, and move forward with those approvals, okay? Now, if anybody has any questions, let's go ahead and get those questions answered. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have any questions. And I did, in fact, in the chat, put the link for you guys to go ahead and get subscribed if you haven't already. We do have our lowest subscription, which is $28.88. Okay. So there's that link again there in the chat, and we can go through those subscriptions there. I'll show you guys. So here are your different options here. For your unlimited subscription, it is $297.88 a month, unlimited. Accelerated, $228.88. Gives you 100 clients, 20 users. Those users are considered employees or partners that you want to give access to your software. Momentum, $148.88, 30 clients, 5 users. And then our foundation, which is $28.88, 1 user, 1 client. All right. Any questions? All right. Well, if there's no questions, that's going to end our training for today. We will be back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any more questions, want to continue to learn how to utilize the software, please do join so that you can become an expert in how to utilize the software. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and we hope to see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Night.